Alright, we're gonna go up on this area here. That looks like it might be a mine entrance. Go up these stairs.
We're gonna go all the way up there. That's the old house. Look, there's a rotted
An old
bed.
house?
Look, there's a yucky old table.
Looks like somebody lived in there.
Hello, Ethan. Now we have to go down all the 1,000 meters. Why isn't there any rocks?
They made a flat spot for you to stand on.
Now what? Oh look, there's the train.
Down there's the train, and the mine entrances are over there. Look, you can see them.
Hurry up, Mama. Look, it's gonna go through a tunnel.
Yeah.
Is this the way to the train?
Uh-huh. What is this? Is this somebody's house? I think the door is locked.
Yeah, but it has a lock on it. Oh, I can look in the window. Fine. I want to go in. Come on, you're going in with me. What? It's
Oh, it looks like they started it and they didn't get finished. You can't go in.
That's why they went to the window.
The rock is so hard, and we didn't have any water to use for mining, so we had to hack and wash away at the rock.
Hi there, folks. Get in our own room because we got the dog.
It's much fluffier.
Over here. I guess like out there, Gucci Road.
Okay.
This is so nice. I like it.
Daddy, sit with me.
Sit with you. This is the last one.
I like my Gucci Road. This is nice. This is fun. I like it.
Howdy, folks. This is Hard Rock Harris, and I'm here with Mrs. Annie Rickard, two miners from Calico's heyday. We would like to welcome you aboard the Calico and Odessa Railroad.
Howdy there, folks. You all please stay seated as we take a ride together along the backcountry of Old Calico. As we go around this first curve, notice the miners' cabins built along the canyon walls. As crude as they appear, they were ideal for protecting us from the hot summers and cold winters here at Calico. and perfect for the independent types who like to fend for themselves.
Like
Of course, many miners stayed in boarding houses, mainly for modern conveniences, like home cooking.
I got my nickname Hard Rock because that was exactly the kind of mining we did around here. The rock is so hard and we didn't have any water to use for mining, so we had to hack and blast away at the rock.
During the boom years, Calico's 10 square mile mining district boasted a population of nearly 2,000, with almost 1,000 actually living in the town side of Calico. After the mining ended, Calico really was a ghost town. That's to say, it was mainly abandoned. But it was restored and reconstructed by the Knott family in the 1950s. Back then, they had workers actually living here. These folks served the role of security for the town, a tradition that continues to this day.
As we round this next curve, look to the left of the engine and notice the pile of rocks painted white with a white marker on top. This is an example of what a corner monument looked like. We use them on all four corners of our claims to alert everyone that they may be trespassing and to remind claim jumpers to stay away. Remember how the first traces of silver were discovered right on the ground in the spring of 1881, and Calico's silver rush was on. Miners came from all over, including well-known towns such as Virginia City, Bodie, and Tombstone, Arizona.
I certainly do, Hard Rock. I had silver fever too. Coming up on the right is one of the original ore cars we miners used. We would push these out of the mine and stockpile our ore until we had a trainload full. Then it was shipped to a processing mill on a narrow gauge train similar to the one you're riding on now. That particular train was called the Waterloo Mine Company Railroad, and a spur was run off of it that went right up Calico's Wall Street Canyon. The closer a railroad could be run to the mines, the better.
This large area to the left of the train was where some of the miners lived. There is still one surviving wall out there. It's outlined in white. Beyond the mountain to the northeast was East Calico, where among others the big Bismarck mine was. There was a little community out there with a store and a saloon. The Stacy brothers carried mail the 1.5 miles between Bismarck and Calico, even training their dog Dorsey to do it for them.
I remember that. They strapped a saddlebag right on his back so he could carry the mail and packages.
As we pause here, take a look at the top of King Mountain, where your engineer is now pointing. Look at the last letter in Calico and run your eyes down about 300 feet and a little to the right, and you should see a mine entrance in the side of the mountain. This is a tunnel for the Silver King mine, one of the richest and largest mines in the Calico mining district. It produced about $10 million in silver in about 11 years. There were about 30 miles of tunnels on 14 different levels inside that mountain, belonging to several different mines. However, the only mine that is open daily for guests to safely go into themselves is the Maggie Mine. Just below the Silver King, there appears to be just an ordinary pile of rocks. Actually, that is remnants of the Silver King mine itself. Not long ago, that pile of rocks was assayed to contain a few million in silver. But before you jump out of the train and climb the hill to fill your pockets, I should tell you that it would take millions more just to process that silver. So that would put you in the hole. Well, back to playing the lottery.
Now as we get moving, look out to the left. It wasn't too far from there that a man got himself shot for trying to jump my mining claim. I had already warned that Mr. Tobler about trespassing on my Golconda mine, and he ignored me and showed up again. This time he got grazed by a few bullets I set in his way from my little pistol. He called the law and had me arrested before I could unload my whole gun on him. The jury did not find me guilty, as I was just protecting my property.
Well, Annie, glad no one was seriously hurt, except maybe that Mr. Tobler's pride. Now, if y'all look left, this is an ore crusher called an arista. Miners would hitch a horse or mule to that crossbar and have it walk round and round, which caused the steel ball to drag over and crush the ore before it was taken to a processing mill. Of course, by the 1880s, this method was kind of old-fashioned, but it was still a respectable way of making sure every bit of silver was scraped up.
We did work hard to get all that silver. Now have a look over to one of my favorite views from Calico. Down there is the Silver Valley, as we called it. And past that old dry lake is the sandy bed of the Mojave River. In those early years, drinking water for Calico had to be brought over from the river, which ran above ground at the time, and sold for about 5 to 20 cents a gallon. That water supply also gave birth to our neighboring town of Daggett, when the railroad was built right through there. See, just like the smaller narrow gauge locomotives, the big trains of those days ran off of steam from the water-filled boilers.
Another one of our neighboring towns was Borate. It may no longer be visible, but when the boom ended here, some miners got jobs over there as borax miners for the Pacific Coast Borax Company. The Borate and Daggett Railroad was even built right up into Mule Canyon, making for a more efficient operation for the company. It became the last place in California where the famous 20 mule teams were ever used.
Now, if you all look over at Main Street, you can see the same view we did as we ventured into town for supplies and relaxation. There are actually 5 buildings on Main Street that have been standing since the 1880s, when it was a bustling place.
Calico was a real town for about 20 years. We had a post office, school, courtroom, newspapers, and a slew of stores. Not to mention quite a few saloons, I can promise you that. Luckily, we even had doctors, lawyers, and a justice of the peace.
My favorite place was the town hall, where we had dances and all kinds of entertainment.
Those were dandy, huh? Now as we get closer to the train depot, take a look down into the gully to the left of the train. These ruins are from the Chinatown, where almost 40 Chinese lived and worked at Calico during the boom years. Amy did laundry for the miners and operated a couple of restaurants. Well, folks, we hope you had fun and maybe even learned a few things on our tour today. Please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
Be sure to grab all your gear, like purses, hats, glasses, and those little miners, too. Please come back and join us again. We love having you.
Yes, we do. Don't forget to mosey over to the Maggie Mine. I hear there's a great tour over there, too.
Step down. What? It just broke through it? There's a broken area. Oh, it stops right there. It looks like people's just thrown trash. Oh, yeah. Look, here's the room.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right one, but you can go down to the end.
No, look. No, it's just a dead end. Okay, Daddy goes first. Daddy, you go first. I don't want to put my glasses on because I cannot see. Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Let's go that way.
Maybe a well. Okay.
How's that way?
Is that way easier to climb up?
I just saw a man go up. I thought there was no suction up there. There was just an edge.
One at a time. Little one at a time.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
Press.
Well, that depends on who you ask. As I hear it, back in 1881, some gentlemen were sitting around town hall discussing names, and not liking any of them. Then one man said, "It's as purty as a women's calico skirt." Right then and there, they knew they found the name, Calico. And it is true, these mountains are as colorful as a calico skirt.
So you're going to start here in this first room. There's going to be an audio that plays telling you about the minerals displayed here on the wall. And then you're going to follow the path to the right to Dead Man's Drift. You cycle back and it brings you to a staircase that goes to the top of town, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Of course, and then you guys can go on it, or let me open the door.
Gonna be locked in. Ooh.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Maggie Mine, one of the most historic in Southern California. Before your journey into the mine, we'll give your eyes a chance to get accustomed to the dark.
Well, I think I see a broken nail.
A nail on the wall of the mine.
Look, there's another one. Oh, look, here's the man. Here's some funny man. Look, it's like red pink. Let's go see what worker man. Look, I found this silly man. Look, it's some silly guy. What is he doing? Oh, he's digging.
Oh, he's drilling into the wall.
Just stay here until they come out. Okay? Until it's 1 day. So wait.
This is the...
That's exit. That's we have to go there and then around and then that way.
Yeah. So we'll wait until they make it bring back.
Look, let's see the rocks about to fall down. Right there.
Yeah.
If we lifted this up, it would cover us in rocks, probably. Another one? Shoot 2, stand clear on 4 bells. So the bell rings 4 times. That means the rock is going to come.
Portion of Dead Man's Drift, you will see early miners hard at work. This is silver vein. This part of the Maggie Mine was given the name Dead Man's Drift because no mining timbers were used for the roof wall. This drift was cut through solid rock, and in more than 100 years of use, it's nearly identical to the way it looked when it was first blasted out of the mountain. Notice the unusual wooden pipes in the background. They carried water to various parts of the mine and throughout the town. Wooden pipes were all that could be used because of the high mineral content of the water. Metal pipes would decay much too quickly if used in a mine.
It's collapsed over there.
When you're through enjoying this part of the Maggie Mine, just retrace your steps to the main drift.
Hard rock mining. A silly man's coming up ahead. Another silly statue coming up ahead. Oh man, this one seems worse. Oh no, it's another rock slide. What's up there? Nope, it's not a hole. Not a hole.
Oh, wow.
Where do you go now? Oh, there's a tiny hole.
Yeah, that's where they put the drill in.
Oh. Look, we found more over here. They had dynamite, so I found dynamite. Dynamite.
Oh, look, all the money on the floor. They put these bolts in the rocks to make sure they don't fall, but if you try to go in other mines, the rocks might fall on you. dangerous mine shaft. So this is one you don't go in. They got the wooden pipe there.
Oh, your daddy goes farther.
Okay, Parker, come on. This is the mine exit.
Well, I saw a fire station on the way to parking.
Alloy man.
Why is it hard to get it?
It's hard.
Go to that one over there. You gotta put your head. Put your arms down. There we go. Okay, time to go to school. Let's see. Is it open? Oh, it's locked. Can we still see in there? You can see the students' desks and the teacher's desk at the front. Look at that rusty old wheelbarrow.
Okay, yeah, they just run up over the top.
Is that the jail?
Yeah, look, this is one way to get out, and you can unlock that.
Alright, I'm gonna lock you in. Now you can't get out of jail.
Let's try to get out. Yeah,
Oh, that's not a very secure jail.
because one of the bars are missing. And they can fly out. It goes. Daddy, one of the bars are missing.
Come over to the post office.
What's this?
Oh, there's a skeleton in there. Look at this old safe. All right, let's get going.